It's all right. It's all right, Mama. It's all right with me. How about now? Can you hear me now? Still no sound, still no sound. I've got things happening over here that says there should be sound. There we go. All right. Thank you. As always, thank you. I couldn't do this without you, honestly, because I would have done the whole show thinking that I was doing everything right, and no one would have told me. MC, she gives me the little MC message. Hello, everybody. Good morning. It's me, T-Bone, from the LUNSB Show with T-Bone and Chick Brew. You're joining us for the Supplemental. The Supplemental, done every Sunday morning at 10:30, is in addition to your normally scheduled LUNSB Show. You can check out the LUNSB Show anywhere fine podcasts are sold. Chick Brew has labeled us the podcast for voyeurs. I still consider us an international morning show that you can watch on your time. And we're getting ready to tape a new one today. But before we do that, I'm going to spend some time with you. We're going to start out by telling you about your national days of the week, share some community service information, and then we will do the trivia quiz. I'm really excited about this week's trivia questions because I did a different way, and I think it's possible we may be able to go 7 for 7. It's possible. You know, you got the whole family supporting you when you listen there at the Taney household. They all sit around the television. They got this propped up on the TV on the big screen. Hello, I'm on the big screen, and they play the trivia game as a team. I don't know if that's allowed. Here we go with your national days of the week. By the way, happy Gay Uncle Day, which is today, Gay Uncle Day. If you're not sure, if you're the gay uncle, if you don't know who the gay uncle is, probably you. Tomorrow, starting your week off, it's National Day that should probably be retired. It's National Milkman Day. And except for a Dave Chappelle skit, I haven't seen a milkman in decades, centuries, eons. In my lifetime, have never technically seen an actual no-kidding milkman. A person that brings milk to your house. Well, I do that, so that counts, right? He's the one in the leather. Of course he is. The 13th, get your knife and fork ready, ladies and gentlemen. It is Filet Mignon Day. Yes, the 13th, known as a Filet Mignon Day. And if there's no other reason to eat filet mignon, it's Tuesday. So you do that, help yourself. Wrap it in some bacon. Ooh, little mushroom words, fancy cooking things on top. Brulee, I don't know. I'm not the chef. Chick Brew is the chef. On the 14th, this one leads to a little bit of a discussion. It's National Tattoo Removal Day. Ever had a tattoo removed? Ever had a tattoo covered up? I have done the latter. No removal, I had it covered up. And for some reason, the tattoo artist thought that clouds would have been a good way of covering up my tat. And he was wrong, and that's bothered me just a wee bit. So let me go over here, grab that right there, and my shoulders are out of proportion. It looked weird, so I changed it. Yes, you got your Filet Mignon Day. That's Tuesday. And then on the 14th, you've got National Tattoo Removal Day. On the 15th, well, I am glad somebody is laughing out loud. That's awesome. On the 15th, do you have a chant? Do you have one stored up? Do you have a home? Parce Domine. I don't know. I don't know what kind of chance you might have, but if you got one, that's the day you're supposed to do it, at the moon. I think you'd have a better chance of doing it at the International Space Station. You know, when it comes by, just chant up there, you shouldn't have taken Boeing. Boeing is notoriously bad, and that's why you're stuck up there until next year. On the 16th, I had a hard time deciding on what I was going to choose for the 16th because there's 3 things happening on the 16th of August, 3 national days, and I want to celebrate all of them, and I will find a way. Because not only is it National Tell a Joke Day, I can do that. Not only is it National Rum Day, I can definitely do that, it's also National Hawaiian Shirt Day. So put on a Hawaiian shirt, grab yourself a rum and coke, tell some jokes, and you'll capture all 3 on the 16th, next Friday. I'm gonna wear a Hawaiian shirt to work on Friday because it's a Hawaiian Shirt Day, and I won't drink on the job, and I got to be very careful about the jokes I tell on the job. I like my job, don't want to lose it over some jokes. Firecracker, sis, boom, ba. Bugs Bunny, rah, rah, rah. That, my friend, is a great chant. I love it. On the 17th, it's National Black Cat Day. Now, I've had more than one black cat in my life, but the black cat that made the most significant impact on me was my first one. And if you want to know my cat's name and the story behind all of that, you're going to have to see me somewhere live because I can't do that here. I'm just going to say he was a great cat. And he was black. It's National Black Cat Appreciation Day on the 17th. And finally, on the 18th, it's National Bad Poetry Day. Or as I call it, every day. No, I joke about the poets. I like my poetry like it's supposed to be, you know, with an ebb and a flow and a direction and a meaning. If I'm going to listen to poetry, it should be, dare I say, poetic. That's me. Now, you know, you got the other poet people out there who call things poets and it doesn't rhyme. And I'm not just talking haikus. I'm talking soliloquies of unrhyming words. That is not poetry. That is, they call it spoken word. That's called speaking. There's nothing, you're just talking. No flow. There's no beauty to it. It's not poetic. It's Bad Poetry Day. And that's next Sunday. We'll revisit that next Sunday. By next Sunday, I promise to have well, you know, this could be bad poetry. Everything I just did. Bad poetry. Moving on. It is time for a community service note, but I don't have anything to promote right now. We've done 4 weeks at the Comedy Zone. We did the Harrisburg's Hilarious competition. That was a great time. And then last night we rolled into the Four Horsemen show, which was also a great time. I've promoted the heck out of the Comedy Zone as of late, and I recommend you go there. It's a fun room. It's a real fun room. It's a good time. But then you got your chicken wranglers. I almost used the wrong word. You got your chicken wranglers out there, and the fire department, they do that, but they did that yesterday. They're not doing anything today. And in my local community, we took on a lot of rain. So much rain that it blew the main. Look at me rhyming. And we are all under a boiled water alert and water restrictions. And if you're interested, from 12 to 8 today at both Creekview and Adam Ricci Parks, the American Water Company main blowing people, they're giving away cases of water. So you just pull in. I understand it's a very efficient process between 12 and 8. You just pull in to Adam Ricci or Creekview Park, and pop your door, and they'll throw some water in the back, and you shall survive. Now, it's also important to remember, as a normal survival technique, you have water on hand in case the water company doesn't have water and doesn't give out water. You should always have water on hand. I store mine in old vodka bottles because it looks like I've got an amazing vodka collection. It's just water. Because if someone, in the event of an apocalypse, if somebody breaks into your house to steal your resources and supplies, and they're thirsty and they need water, they will steal all of your water. Well, they're not stealing my water. They're going to steal some lead. But if I'm not here, they break into the house. The apocalypse occurs while I'm away from the house. They break into the house. They need water. They're going to steal my water. They're not going to steal my vodka. I would steal my vodka. And then I would be shocked to find out it's water. And they would not steal my water that's hidden in my vodka bottles. Muy inteligente. Who's ready for this week in history? Trivia style. Are you, brother? Oh, yeah. All right, I have to be careful how I do this, because if I do it the wrong way, you see the questions. And we don't want that. I feel like a sound effect is in time.
And now for a quick
Wrong button. Wrong button. That's one you probably haven't heard. The old disclaimer. I'll play a disclaimer.
And now for a quick disclaimer. The T-Bone
and Chick Brew
in the morning show is for infotainment purposes only.
The opinions expressed here do not represent
Naval Station Rota, the Armed Forces Network,
or the Department of Defense.
Thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening.
Yay! That was a good one. Yay! I needed to hydrate and take it. Yeah, I played it for a second. Thank you. Thank you for playing along. Hell yeah, brother. Here we go. Question number one, and this will find out if you've been paying attention or if you're good at history. This should be a pretty easy one. I shouldn't need to get into the multiple choices here. On August the 6th, 1945, what city was the first to be attacked with an atomic bomb? We talked about it last week. August 6th is named after the city in the National Days of the Week calendar. What city was the first city? And because it's the first city, everybody knows what it is. What city was the first city to be bombed with an atomic bomb? Sorry that I froze. I'm limited in what I can do right now. I have to have these screens up, and I've only got two monitors, so thanks for keeping that up. Here we go. I'll read the question again in case you missed it. On August 6, 1945, what city was the first city to be attacked with an atomic bomb? I do not take off for spelling. You are correct. It was Hiroshima. Question number two. The United States signed the Voting Rights Act into law on August 6, 1965. What president signed it? August 6, 1965, what president signed the Voting Rights Act into law? If I give you the multiple choice questions, it's not going to give it away, but they're all close to one another. So they made this easy, but they also made it a little difficult. Here are your options. Was it JFK? Was it LBJ? Was it Tricky Dick? Or Dwight David Eisenhower? Those are your options. 1965, what president signed into law the Voting Rights Act? I have my answer. I do not have the answer. Me and James both agree, and currently we're the only ones playing. Well, me and the Taney family agree, Hiroshima. Me and Taney also agree, the Taney family also agree, it's LBJ. That's my answer, because Kennedy was no mas. Nixon had not made it there yet, and also Dwight David, He had since retired. So LBJ for the both of us. Question number 3. On August 9th, 1974, what U.S. president resigned from office following the Watergate scandal? I am confident we are going 7 for 7 this week. I used a different chat GPT, and I said, don't make them too hard, and this one took me seriously. The other one, Microsoft's Copilot, horrible AI. I said it out loud. It just kept giving me last week's questions over and over again. James is already in there with an answer I agree with because it's the correct answer. It was Richard Milhouse Nixon. You're not going to have me to push around anymore. Poor guy really got a bad rap, man. He did. All right, August 4th, question number 4. On August 5th, 1962, what famous actress was found dead in her Los Angeles home? Yeah. Plus, we're doing better. This is in response to Mr. Taney's comment, or the Taney family's comments about they like these questions better because the other ones really focused on some archaic stuff. But strangely, we were able to get some of those right. It's August 5th. It's 1962. She's a famous actress, and she's found dead in her home. Mr. Taney, the Taney family, says it's Marilyn Monroe. And I agree again. I think that's 4. I'm pretty sure we're 4 for 4. Yes, the beautiful Marilyn Monroe. Extra bonus points. What was her real name? Huh? Anybody know Marilyn Monroe's real name? I know Marilyn Monroe's real name, and I'm not going to tell you. It was not Marilyn Monroe, but that'd be a fun question to ask, right? We did learn some stuff together. Here we go. August the 7th, Norma Jean. Norma Jean what? August the 7th, 1998, U.S. embassies in 2 African countries were bombed. What 2 countries were targeted? It's August 7th, it's 1998. 2 embassies in Africa were bombed. You have 54 countries to choose from. That are 54 countries in Africa. What 2 of them were bombed? Yes, it was an Elton John song. Goodbye, Norma Jean. I'm going to give you your options, and then I'm going to tell you my answer. Your options are Nigeria and Ghana, Kenya and Tanzania, Ethiopia and Sudan, or Uganda and Rwanda. Lebanon and Libya are not the answers. Lebanon, number 1, is not in Africa, and Libya is not a country. Again, your options: Nigeria and Ghana, Kenya and Tanzania, Ethiopia and Sudan, or Uganda and Rwanda. My guess, I'm going with B. I believe that occurred in Kenya and Tanzania. And they killed a lot of people. It is, yes, it is a great place to visit. That's a great line. I love it. Looking for your answers on question number 5. He's going with number 1, Nigeria and Ghana. All right, we'll find out soon. Question number 6. It's August 11th, 1965. A major race riot broke out in what Los Angeles neighborhood? Now, most people who've never lived in and around Los Angeles don't know that Los Angeles is made up of a whole bunch of different neighborhoods. If you live there, you know this. If you listen to NWA, you know this. If you listen to Snoop Doggy Dogg, you know this. But a lot of people don't know this because they don't listen to those bands. They don't listen to that music, and they never lived in Los Angeles. It's August 11th. It's 1965. A big old race riot breaks out. In what neighborhood in Los Angeles? I know the answer because it's often referred to as Mr. Taney is, I think, not going 7 for 7. The Taney family has said Compton with an exclamation point. And here were the possible options. Watts, Compton, no exclamation point, Beverly Hills, or Venice. I wish the race riots would have broke out in Beverly Hills because I think those would have been fantastic. I believe the answer to be Watts. If I'm correct, I'm 6 for 6. Mr. Taney, the Taney family, goes down on question number 6. In round 6, they go down. And finally, the last question, the week. I said 1965, man. No, blackjack, no trade back, man. You can't change your answer after I've given my answer, the correct answer. Finally, question number 7. On August 7th, 1942, U.S. forces began their first major offensive against Japan in World War II. Where did this battle take place? August 7th, 1942, U.S. forces began their first major offensive against Japan in World War II. Where did this battle take place? Was it Okinawa? Been there, done that. I lived in Okinawa for a while. Was it Iwo Jima? Been there, done that. I've got the black sands to prove it. Was it Guadalcanal, or was it Midway? Now, if you're not up to date on your World War II history, here's what I could tell you. We did go to Iwo Jima. We did go to Guadalcanal. We did not go to Midway. It was not offensive. Midway was defensive. Oh, he guessed Midway. He guessed Midway. He's going to lose. He's losing today. Midway was defensive. We were already on Midway. They attacked us. We fought back. And we fought back quite valiantly, destroying their fleet. Oh, but we did. Maybe. I don't believe it was Midway. I don't believe it was Okinawa. It could be Iwo Jima, because that began, so Guadalcanal has got a significant Navy history, Midway's significant Navy history. I'm going to guess that on August 7th, 1942, we landed on the island of Iwo Jima. That's my guess. Hey, good morning, Mother. Thanks for showing up. Late. You're going to have to go back if you want to play along, because I'm not rereading all of these questions. I am at the end of my day. Here we go with the answers. Does T-Bone go 7 for 7 for the first time this week? Let's find out together. Question number 1, the answer was, of course, Hiroshima. Question number 2 was, of course, Lyndon Baines Johnson. Question number 3 was Tricky Dick, Richard Nixon, Richard Milhouse Nixon. By the way, only adopted president we ever had. Didn't know that, did you? C, it was the beautiful blonde bombshell Marilyn Monroe that was found dead in her house there in Los Angeles. Question number 5, it was Kenya and Tanzania. T-Bone takes the lead at question number 5. Does not give up the lead, because at question number 6, the race riots did take place in Watts. Shite. I said shite. Question number 7. The first major offensive in the battle against the Japanese in World War II on August the 7th, 1942, was Guadalcanal. I was so close. I'm so close. Hey, this was a good time. It's a great way to start my Sunday. I enjoy hanging out with you. I enjoy doing this. It gives us all a little something to laugh at, a great way to start your Sunday. Go out there and get your free water at Adam Ricci Park and Creekview Park if you're under water restrictions. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, just be the best person that you can be. And if you were a great person today, be an even better person tomorrow.